Welcome back. We are here for round 1 and we're on the play. Awesome. We've got lands, spells. Alright, we'll keep it. We're going to play the Fertile Thicket first. And we're going to use its ability. We're going to put all of our good cards on the bottom of our deck. And we'll pass. So from beyond, Rolling Thunder, probably not an out. Should probably have, paid more attention, but Cliffside Lookout, classic. Alright, well. We're going to be taking a little bit of damage from the Cliffside Lookout, and definitely murder killing the Colostria healer. Drawing an Eyeless Watcher would be pretty sweet. No, not a Colostria healer. Alright. Well, in that case, I think we just take another, 2 damage. Our opponent might be a Inspired Charge deck, where they're just trying to flood the board and play Inspired Charge. But there aren't really any efficient token makers in this format. So that's kind of a problem for them, I'm sure. I'm going to be firing off Touch of the Void this turn no matter what. Namely because, oh my goodness, they're just guys. Okay. Because next turn I'm going to be playing a Kozilek's Channeler, and I want to be as mana efficient as possible. Or I could fire off a Stone Fury, I suppose, if my opponent plays something even scarier, but I'd rather reserve Stone Fury for, big things, like Colostria Night Watches and so forth. Whereas Kozilek's Channeler can block Cliffside Lookout, and Outnumber can kill a lot of things once I get it rolling. Fortified Rampart, sure. And a Core Castigator. Alright, well, let's see what we draw. Forest. Alright, so since we drew a forest, we're going to be playing the Oran Reef Hydra, I think. Playing the forest, triggering, always yield. I think at this point we just outnumber the Cliffside Lookout. That's probably the most worrisome card here. It's a little awkward, but yeah, we'd be taking a lot of damage. It's also one of those mana efficient plays. Let's see. Yeah, no blocks. We're gonna have 2, 4, 6, 8 mana when we untap. If we draw, nope, not if we draw land. Kozilek's Channeler. What are you doing with a Kozilek's Channeler in your deck? Valakut Invoker is pretty sweet. Gives us access to removal this turn and next turn. And all of the following turns. It's pretty relevant. I think we just hit the Courier Griffin at this point. Interesting. Alright, so in this case, because this is what our opponent's doing, we're going to block like this, which is the correct way to do this, and let our opponent go to damage. Because we want to be able to keep the Kozilek's Channeler around. So we're taking 2, 4, 6, 7. Yeah, that's... That's just fine. Our opponent is now out of juice, so we're certainly killing this Courier Griffin now. And hoping our opponent doesn't draw, like, Tandem Tactics, Lithomancer's Focus, anything. I'd love to just keep drawing lands. Okay. No Lithomancer's Focus. Neat. Alright, let's see if our opponent can put any pressure on us. Alright, take 2. Not activating Valakut Invoker too aggressively. Because if my opponent plays a Courier Griffin and we do that, we're just in trouble. Cool! We got there. Alright. My opponent has a lot of X1s, so I think it's perfectly reasonable to side in this Boiling Earth and take out, I don't know. Maybe an Eyeless Watcher? Yeah, that seems right. Let's do that. Just the infinite removal deck. That's what we are. This hand is really bad, actually. We're gonna mulligan. We're gonna keep this one and put that on top. Kozilek Sentinel might not actually do anything. Oh, no. It can block a Cliffside Lookout for days. So that all of my brood mates can be free, I will keep watch. That's what this pose says to me. We don't have nearly as much removal as we did in our last hand, but, I mean, we've got the nutso curve here. And also Kozilek Sentinel can hold off either of these two bad boys pretty easily. We're certainly blocking the Core Castigator if it attacks. Did you guys see the called Inspire Charge? That was pretty good. bone splinters? Ooh, that would be bad. Yup. Alright, so we're taking 3 here. Like, the thing about Core Castigator is it can't be blocked by Scions, but it can be blocked by Eyeless Watcher itself, which is pretty funny. I think we're definitely going to try and trade the Castigator with the Valakut Invoker, though. We're very far off from being able to just shoot things down arbitrarily. And we've got stuff to do for the next couple of turns anyway. So, Shadow Glider. Alright, so I was going to play this Eyeless Watcher. I think now's a good time to Titan's Presence the Shadow Glider, though. Just revealed Brood Monitor. Because next turn we can either play Kozilek's Channeler or play Eyeless Watcher. And we did that main phase so that our opponent couldn't just pump in response and blow us out. Right now our clock is pretty slow. Alright, Eyeless Watcher into Outnumber is pretty good. Eyeless Watcher into anything is pretty good. Our opponent just played the last card in their hand, which I don't quite understand the... Okay, yeah. No, I do get it, I do get it. My opponent has Pump on their Cliffside Lookout, so we're going to be trading away one of our Scions. But we can still, like, kill the Kitesail Scout with our Outnumber. And there was no way we weren't blocking, right? I think we just outnumber that guy. Especially since we drew another removal spell. Like, for real. And we drew the Mountain, which is great. It means we can play Kozilek's Channeler. The thing about Scions in this deck is they're actually pretty important for swarm reasons, basically. And so we don't want to just throw them away in order to cast our spells if we don't have to. Like now we're able to get in like 4 whole damage with Brood Monitor and Friends. I think we're just gonna, just a bunch of damage. Crap tons of damage. We're just gonna be doing that instead of playing Breaker of Armies, I think. Because if our opponent has to smite the monsters, we're kind of in trouble. And if our opponent had to smite the monsters, we wouldn't be able to play it anyway, so. Yep. Right now we're just pressuring our opponent while holding up removal spells. Also, we need these Eldrazi Scions for, like, rolling Thunder in the long term. Maybe just attack again. I didn't math it out, but playing Oran Reef Hydra without having land available is pretty bad, I think. What is this? Encircling Fissure? Grip of Desolation. Exile target creature and target land. That's not very nice. I mean, it resolves. So right now, Stone Fury can only deal 4 damage. Worth noting. Cool. Drew land. I might have like encircling fissure or something. A lot of stuff that could go wrong here. But instead we're just gonna cast Touch of the Void. Targeting your face. Alright, GG's. See you guys back for round 2.